This guy writes, I'm vanilla. Some may consider me boring. How can I sell myself? Sometimes if you get caught up in that basically formula of trying to sell yourself, you try to prove yourself. And when you try to prove yourself, you get the negative results. So he's 33. He says, I live a simple life. I work, I come home, I watch Twitch streams or games with friends. I game. It's basically my one and only hobby. I don't really watch too many movies, follow bands, or anything like that. I'm okay with that, though. Well, that's important. It's like if you are okay with that, that communicates that, hey, you own yourself. That's very important to have that mindset of owning what you do and not trying to be something else that you're not trying to change. I'm not looking to expand my horizons to make myself more appealing. I like who I am. However, I'm unsure how I'd make a dating profile out of it or keep someone's attention, which is why I'm writing this. Any advice? Okay. Yeah. Well, sometimes the best dating profiles are the most simple because it's like, well, sometimes just you don't want to be in total open book when you're trying to quote unquote sell yourself. So, I mean, you have like know exactly what you want. And so you can do that through like the bio. So say, hey, I like this, 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 are you? And then list those qualities and then maybe a few more. And then when she reads that, it's like, well, you know exactly what you want. It displays confidence. It displays masculinity because it's like, you know what you want. You're going for it. You've stated it clearly. You have an outcome. And then she can read that, and then she's like, "Well, that relates to me a lot." And so she messages you, and then you're in a good dynamic where she's messaging you first, she's chasing you first, and then you don't have like the. What you'll notice is like when guys chase or they initiate the first text or message or whatever you're doing, she's going to criticize that so hard in a lot of cases, and it's just like what women typically do. So it's like it's a really big advantage if you can get her to reach out first because it's her idea. And then as far as pictures go, it's just have like a regular picture, just like you doing fun stuff, maybe something, maybe you went someplace or whatever. It's like you doing some fun stuff, and then it's just like a simple but high quality picture. And because oftentimes it's like what you'll find is if you think you have to sell yourself too hard and show off how great you are and all this stuff, sometimes it can work. If you're posting like pictures of you and like these really fancy trips and fancy cars and stuff like that, sometimes that can work, but it's just like, well, sometimes it'll attract a person that's not necessarily you, I guess. And so it's like if that is you with the cars and the houses and everything, it's like, well, feel free. But if it's not, don't try to be something you're not. And it goes back to that thing where if you just own yourself, then it's much more attractive than really any kind of style that you could have or you could convey. Because it's like owning yourself, that's where the confidence really comes from, as far as confidence and self-value in yourself. And then know what you're doing. It's like, from your perspective, it's like, well, you often see like unattractive guys with beautiful women, well, because they know what they're doing. And so know what you're doing, dude. And so it's like get a formula, get something you can basically follow, some kind of guideline that you can follow. It helps you understand why she does the things she does and helps you understand how to really make her feel in a way that builds her attraction and makes her feel just good. If you can kind of do those, it's like you don't have to sell yourself. You're just who you are. And then somebody can join you on the things you do.